I want to beat other people. That's the wrong one, Samuel.
I clicked the wrong thing.
Samuel,
we changed up the buttons, and now we're going to start. Okay, are you ready for this? Because here is the intro music. Is that good for you? Is that good?
Did you
What?
Wow, the episode's gonna start this week with us just talking about it like that.
It's gonna be good, you know. I asked AI to write me a joke, and I want you to know how funny it is. And
funny as
here
Jack.
it goes. So I gave my co-host 2 Mountain Dews before we started recording today. I figured either they'd be incredibly energized and witty, or they'd be bouncing off the walls and speaking in 4G modem noises. Turns out it's a delightful mix of both, and now they're trying to explain quantum physics using only burps. It's a new direction for the show. Wasn't that so funny?
I don't know what 4G modem noises. What's that?
I don't know. We all use 5G nowadays.
I want a dial-up internet.
No. You want to beat other people.
I am beating other people.
Yeah. This is episode 114 of the Until Next Week podcast. Lindsey Reed brought some heat this week, and you won't want to miss it. So make sure to listen in right now.
Shepherd Joseph Reed.
Not the name.
It's Shepherd Thomas.
Yeah, there you go.
I just want to make Lindsey mad.
As soon as you said that, she's furious. Like,
yeah.
He doesn't know the name.
I know his name. STR.
One nephew. No, it's FDR.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
STR.
FDR. I mean, whatever you want, really.
Stir.
That's what it is.
His initials are Stir.
Skirt.
Lindsey's middle name is Renee.
Is it really?
Lindsey Renee was Biesmeyer.
Was Biesmeyer.
Yeah.
Okay. So the was is like the second middle name?
Yeah, it was. Lindsey Renee was Biesmeyer. My second middle name is Hurricane. Fun fact.
Hurricane?
Yeah, because
nice.
I'm like a hurricane when I walk into a room.
Nice. Wow. Well, it's another week.
Welcome back, everybody.
Of the show. And it's going to be, I mean, whenever I get one voice memo after another, all from Lindsey, I know it's going to be some heat, and I'm looking forward to get into it.
Lindsey's spicy like a sweet
meatball.
Sweet Thai chili.
So she's not spicy.
Lindsey's not spicy at all.
Well, we'll have to see.
Lindsey,
like maybe having a child did something to her.
Lindsey is a buffoon, and Cole's a buffoon too. While we're on the subject.
Anybody else a buffoon?
Yeah. There's a lot of buffoons.
You have your haters list. Do you have a buffoon list?
Man, I tell you what, my boss is climbing up the haters list. I was telling you right before
this. So not buffoon list, just haters list?
No, he's being a player hater at work.
Oh, man. And the player haters are the ones who hate you being the player.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah.
He's out here openly telling like girls that I'm talking to at work, Dane's a player, don't you know? Haven't you heard about blah, blah, blah? And I'm like,
it's like I'm such a player. Like,
yeah.
Why don't I have anyone?
I turn to him and say, hey, man, be cool. Chill.
Come on. You'll make the list. You don't want to be on the list.
Yeah. Players play. Players play.
Yeah.
Sometimes I put on a really fresh outfit. Mm-hmm. And then
right now you got one on.
No, this is
Onward and Upward Bears t-shirt.
I actually got this shirt from somebody else. But actually I got this shirt whenever I gave away the shirt off my back to somebody at Andy's.
That's so nice.
I told that story is when I gave away the Steph Curry shirt. Mm-hmm. But no, when I put on a fresh outfit, sometimes I look in my full body mirror and I go, players play, man. And I head off to my event.
and then you walk into work afterwards, and then you just get shut down. You're like, why do I even try
It's
anymore?
pretty consistent, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody asked me that today. They were like, do you think you would go out with this person? I'm like, nah, why would I try?
Yeah, you'll just get shut down every single time. Either by the person or by your boss.
Or the government.
Or the government.
Or Lindsey Reed.
Or, I mean, I feel like Lindsey wouldn't shut you down.
Did I tell you?
I feel like she wants someone to play with her nephew.
Oh, well, I'm so glad you brought this story up then.
Yeah, I really did bring up this story.
So, once upon a time, when Lindsey was probably 22 years old, and that would have made me 23, I said, Lindsey.
That's how math works.
Yeah, well, I'm a year and 2 weeks older than her.
That was me this time.
That was Samuel this time. Don't worry, I got a second due on deck for all of you fans at home.
Second due on deck. SDOD.
We got a Sedan. We got a DOD. A due on deck.
Yeah, due on deck.
Low key. That's kind of smooth. But no, once upon a time when Lindsey was 22, now I'm 23. I said, Lindsey, don't you want a hand at saying who your future sister-in-law is going to be forever? Why don't you set me up with one of your friends? And she said, Dane, I don't know why I would ever do somebody that dirty.
Oh, wow.
If I set them up with you.
Wait. Is she saying setting her friend up with you or setting you up with one of her friends?
Setting her friend up with me.
Well, it could be the other way around. She might not have good friends.
Well, I mean, I've met her friends, and some of them are okay, and some of them are I would like to be in a different room.
Understandable for sure.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But also, Lindsay, find better friends.
Just so you know, I just took a sip of this orange cream Coca-Cola. Not bad.
Really?
Not bad. Yeah, it's kind of good.
That's crazy.
I think it was released a few weeks ago, and I finally got one for my work.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen those.
I think they're pretty stinking new.
I don't know. I don't drink it, so.
Yeah, it's good. You're just drinking all the Mountain Dews, though.
Yeah, I mean, when you find something that's working, why would you go away from it?
That's so true. So true. So true. Something else that's so true is that this past week, when did we record?
Saturday.
I'm trying to see.
Saturday.
Did I talk about this already?
Bring it up again.
I don't know if I did or not.
You think they remember our lives better than we remember our lives?
I really don't know. I don't know if I talked about this or not.
I know you guys do.
I went to nope. I did this on Sunday, so I did not talk about it.
Nice.
Went to a sports card show.
You sure did, because you missed it on Saturday.
Yeah, I didn't go on Saturday. Yep. Now, see, it's all clicking.
Yep.
And it was on a Sunday. I went with Lauren right after church, and we stuck out.
What does that mean? Oh, as far as people?
Yeah, most people at a sports card show
Crazy
typically
nerdy.
are not necessarily nerdy. Just they don't like to shower, or use deodorant, or probably dress up in any manner.
So they're bums.
Kind of. And I think that's why Jake Trustinart loves going to the shows so much.
Yeah, Jake's a bum too.
I mean, he is an artist, and I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand pretty well. But he does shower allegedly.
Allegedly. I have heard of him shower. My showers are legendary.
So anyway, for the sports card show, we were walking around, and it literally just smelled like a locker room. Pretty rough.
That's awesome.
But I was able to pick up a few cards, which was pretty cool. One of which was the greatest Olympic athlete of all time. Who do you think that is?
Steph Curry.
No, it was actually Michael Phelps.
Oh.
And it had like a part of his swimsuit in the card itself.
That's kind of weird.
It is. I wonder what part of the suit. Like, I don't know.
Probably left butt cheek.
I hope. That'd be pretty sweet. But anyways, we just kind of looked around for a bit, and that was pretty fun. And then besides that, I also went to a basketball game this week.
With Jake.
Jake's Body Shop. Jake's Body Shop. Because it brought up to Jake's Body Shop
He told
stories.
me about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said somebody threw something on the court.
We can't
say what it was.
Let's just say the opposing student section got a little rowdy and threw something on the court that if
an adult
had that, they would be arrested immediately. But a kid threw it on the court, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's true.
That is a lot of money down the drain.
Knowing what it is, that's ridiculous.
It was wild. We're like, what? And no one got kicked out because
they couldn't figure out who it was.
They couldn't figure out who it was. Like for like a few seconds, like one or two teachers kind of stood and looked in their general area, and like a cop looked over there.
Yeah.
But nothing happened.
Like, I don't know.
Like we were trying to figure out who it was, and it looked like it was one of two people who just looked very suspicious. And there was a guy next to these two people who was just like, I don't want to be here. He just was stone cold, looking straight ahead of him, like at the court.
It's probably him.
I think it was the two next to him.
It's got to be Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, Stone Cold. Not the ones who just look crazy. It was the one with no emotion.
This guy was getting in it.
Yeah.
But no, Jake was like, somebody threw it out there, and he goes, I would have made them come on the court and pick it up
That's
themselves.
what he's saying. Yeah, he has to get it, publicly shamed, and then leave the
boo.
vicinity.
Just boo.
Yeah, it was
nasty, dude.
It was. Like the opposing coach kicked it to the side, and then the main coach grabbed like a towel and then picked it up and disposed of it.
It's an adult item.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
Not ideal. But I mean, it did make for a good memory for the podcast. So that was a plus.
Yeah, if you want to know what it is, just DM Samuel.
Yeah, definitely. DM me and I'll send you to Dane.
No.
Whenever you go to these kind of games, do you think about where you sit ahead of time?
Oh, man, I do now because I went to a game to watch some of our youth boys play, and I sat in the wrong spot because there was a group of girls yelling some obscene things behind me. And I was like,
high school or like middle schoolers or something?
Yeah, like 7th grade girls were sitting behind me, cussing each other out, yelling crazy things. And I'm like, I wish I wasn't here. I wish I was anywhere else. I would take pretty much anywhere else. And so now I make sure I don't sit by kids.
See, that is a good route. But we also did not sit with the kids. We sat with the adults. But stinking Jake did not pay attention, and he sat on the opposing team's side. So
don't do that either.
Then whenever like our team makes a basket, we're cheering. The other team start making a sound, and then whenever they make a basket, they're cheering. We're not making a sound, and it's just like you can't like let loose.
Yeah.
And there's like a few times where I'm like, come on, Jake, you can't get too crazy. We're winning, and we're around a lot of parents here who probably aren't very happy with us.
Man.
But it was good overall. Our team ended up winning.
Nice.
It was like 7 or 8 seconds left in the game. They end up stealing the ball, and like there's no dunks happening this whole game.
Because a bunch of white boys.
I know, but this guy who was a white boy, he did dunk the ball, and I found out later that was what like surpassed like 1,000 career points for him.
Oh, that's pretty
by throwing down this dunk right before he missed a free throw that I think would have got him to 1,000. So him being able to get the ball,
he probably was panicking.
It was pretty elite.
I would have panicked.
Yeah, he's like wanted to get it so bad, and like he went off for like 21 points, so that was pretty cool.
Wow.
And then besides that, I got some NoBull shoes finally. Pretty nice. Not bad.
Really?
Kind of comfortable.
I never had them, so.
Yeah, Tom Brady bought the company, and I was like, if you want to be the best, you got to buy from the best.
I hated Brady when he was playing, and now I really like him.
He seems like a genuine dude.
Well, I just like his methods and how he just wants to go get it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And like he doesn't like, and like nothing really happened like that was crazy with him ever, besides him getting divorced with his wife, which was, I think she kind of initiated it, but also it's because he went back for another year of football and she didn't want that.
Well,
so
when you unretire and don't tell your wife, that's not great.
Yeah. I'm assuming it was probably a nice little 2-person duo figuring that out. But
I'm sure that was a long conversation after that.
Yeah. And also he deflated some balls and stuff. But
listen, I have a whole thing about Deflategate and how that was BS. It's crazy.
Honestly, I don't really get it completely.
So he got accused of deflating the balls, right? In the AFC Championship game to beat, I think it was Andrew Luck's Colts. And then he went to the Super Bowl, blah, blah, wins. Or I don't remember if he won. But so then afterwards, they're accusing him of Deflategate. The Colts sue him themselves. It wasn't even the NFL. It was, I don't know how they did it. It was Jim Irsay. And then
how would they even know?
I don't know. That like it comes out like afterwards they were all talking about it. They asked it to be reviewed or something like that. I don't remember. But either way, I think it was like even or if it was deflated, they at halftime changed it and Brady lit them up in the second half. And I was like, okay. But then also when they sued him, they took it to court, and then the judge laughed it out of the courtroom and said, this is ridiculous, like the whole case. And then Roger Goodell stepped in and said, because he was pro like suspending them because he wants to be about him and the Shield and the NFL. And Roger Goodell said, well, listen, you're saying we don't have a case. And they were like, no. And then he says, well, I'll tell you what, is the NFL a business? And they said, yeah. And they said, he said, do I run this business? And they said, yep. And then he said, as the person who runs the business, do I have authority to discipline my employees as I see fit? And they said, yes. And he said, all right, Tom Brady is suspended 6 games.
And then he went on to win the Super Bowl, I believe, that year.
So there was no evidence of him actually deflating the balls. And in fact, it was laughed out of court. And the whole case changed into am I the boss? Yes. Okay, well, then I can suspend my employees.
Yeah, that is pretty dumb.
So it's just a power trip.
Yeah.
And I heard all about it in like an interview that on something I was watching. But
that's crazy.
It was a couple of years ago.
Yeah. But he owns this NoBull company now. And I like the shoes. Pretty nice. If you ever want to get some trainers, consider them.
Spygate was whack, though. That was Bill Belichick.
Yeah. That's all my updates. If you want to jump into yours, I know you've been trying to trade up lately.
Oh yeah, I've only done really 2 things this week. I've either been running, even though Jack Holmgren, we'll get into that in a second.
Yeah.
So I've either been running or I've been doing my basically youth conference weekend. It's kind of like a D now, if you guys have ever heard of that. And so we're setting up for it, doing all kinds of stuff. And me and my we had this challenge where we took a paperclip and we tried to trade it up into the most valuable item. Did I talk about this last week?
It was only 2 people who did it?
Yeah, just me versus him, though.
Yeah, so if you remember, the title of last week's episode was trading a paperclip for a TV.
Well, then I did talk about it. And so I talked about it, and I got to the TV, 2 TVs, a TV stand, and then I also had a couch at that point, which the couch has been booty cheeks. And so I want to throw it away. If anybody wants it, they can have it for free.
It's understandable why you got that.
Yeah,
they were probably just trying to get rid of it and like, oh, Dane, here you go.
Well, at 11:30 at night when I was trying to trade for this, first off, the original rules were by midnight that night we had to have our items. And so I was like, okay, cool. And we did it, and we both ended up with really similar things. He had a TV and 3 couches, and I had 2 TVs, a TV stand, and a couch.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. So that's what he had. And then my boss, we told him Sunday morning, hey, this is what we have. And my boss is like, no, those prizes are lame. Keep going until like our conference weekend. And we're like, okay, so that's like another week.
So wait, you don't get to keep these then, do you?
We do get to keep these things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we keep going, and I'm like, okay. And so I'm messaging people on Facebook Marketplace. I'm trying to get an iPhone. I almost got an iPhone, but it was before I traded for this other thing. So I texted these people that I know, and I was like, hey, do you guys have anything that I could trade for? And they said, you can have our ping pong table.
Okay.
I don't even want your stuff. And I was like, sweet. So
you're just getting stuff every which way.
That's what's happening is people just keep donating it. And I'm like, okay, so I ended with the ping pong table because I then tried to trade the ping pong table and for an iPhone or a 4-wheeler. And then my boss really wanted me to get a goat, like a live goat to bring to our weekend. I was like, I told him that. I said, think about after this. Like, where does this go? What am I going to do with this goat at the end?
Yeah, and then it's like you're losing money basically.
Yeah, what am I going to do? Like, I'm not taking a goat.
Oh, yeah, that's dumb.
I was like, on top of I have roommates, dude. Like, I can't just say, hey guys, I have a goat now.
He wants you to trade for a goat, and then he shuts down you trying to get a girlfriend. Like,
yeah, this is the guy I'm dealing with, man.
This guy.
It's unreal.
We're not going to say anything else though because we want Dane to keep his job.
That's true.
Yes.
No, he's just been ridiculous. He's funny though. But and then so I did that, and so now I just have this ping pong table, which the guy brought it to our youth ministry last night because he's also one of our youth leaders, and he brought it in his truck. I helped him load it, and then he didn't drive it over till later. And when he drove it over later, he goes, "It kind of fell down on the way here." I was like, "Oh shoot!" And then I go over to the side and I go, "Dude, did this scratch your truck?" And then he goes, "Yeah," and it's like probably a 2-inch scratch to the side, and it chipped the paint. And I was like, "Oh my goodness!" And it's like a all like maroon truck. Actually, it's a light maroon. Is
it really obvious?
Kind of like a cherry. It's super obvious. And he said, "Yeah, that's kind of a bummer because we were definitely looking to get rid of it." And I was like, "Dude, you're going to have to take like a couple $1,000 off of this." And he goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, man. Like, thank you for bringing me the ping pong table."
But I mean, at the same time, like, it's not your fault.
I know it's not my fault. He strapped it down and it still fell over. But I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry that it was for this, but he was looking to donate it to our youth ministry anyways. But
so did you give him the TVs and couch?
No, he didn't want them. So I just have them. So and
you got to get rid of that couch.
I got to get rid of the couch. The TVs I might keep.
Keep one TV, get rid of one.
Yeah, maybe we'll
get some cash.
I don't know.
Keep trying to trade with people and be like, yeah, I'm trading up for this youth ministry thing.
Still doing it.
You've been doing this for months. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a trade-up challenge now.
You have so much stuff by the end of it.
That'd be cool.
That would be wild. You completely just like stock up like the Lightco area with stuff you don't want or need.
I got him a ping pong table. I'm just going to give that to them.
Keep working. You need to get some pickleball nets.
I don't know. We'll see. But so that was cool, and I almost traded it for an iPhone because I put it on Facebook Marketplace and DM'd all the people like who were selling iPhones. Said, "Would you trade this for a ping pong table?" One person said, "Let me see the ping pong table,"
and then they said no.
Well, I didn't ever send pictures because I didn't have it, and we got it last night, and now we kind of wrote it into our script that I'm going to bring this out.
But then afterwards,
maybe. I mean, but also like I don't know. I kind of want to give it to the kids, and so.
I mean, I guess there is space. Would he just put it in that one room where we did the silent disco?
Probably not. I'm going to keep it in like the extra storage space garage until we start to expand that area.
Okay.
And probably keep it over there.
Cool.
But my guess what he ended up with?
A goat.
Close.
A cat.
No.
Dog.
No.
Cow.
It's not an animal.
Chickens. Ugh.
He ended up with
eggs. 12 dozen eggs.
It's
worth a fortune.
It is. It's probably more than what he actually got, which is a PS5.
PS5 is pretty nice.
He got a $500 PS5. It's like a limited edition one.
And he traded just TVs and stuff, or did
he? Somebody just gave it to him.
What?
I know.
One
of his buddies.
That is crazy.
Just gave it to him.
People are crazy.
Well, I was like, dude, I can't. I'm not getting better than that. I got to get like $1,000 item now.
And he gets to keep this like no strings attached?
Yeah.
That's
it's crazy. I'm like, dude, the only thing I could do is like get a motorcycle or something now.
I mean,
which I'm like, nobody's giving me
$500 PS5. I mean, at this point, you would have to sell the ping pong table, the couches, the TVs,
everything,
and get lucky.
Yeah, everything, and then find somebody who just wants to get rid of a PS5 or a motorcycle or something.
Dang.
I had a lot of people be like, hey, you could drive my car for the weekend. And I'm like,
that's
no,
lying.
That's cheating.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
He bring a Tesla truck.
Dude, that'd be crazy. But, no, yeah. So I ended up ping pong table. He ended up with a PS5. And I'm going to wheel mine out first. And then he's going to wheel his out. And then obviously he wins. And then I have to do this challenge at the end that's like my punishment. And it's going to be something really spicy is what he said.
That's crazy.
He won't tell me what, but everybody like on staff like knows about it, and they keep coming up to me and they're like, dude, like
they're to make you shave your head.
No, it's something spicy. And,
like actually spicy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
Like taste level. Yeah.
Okay.
And so they're like, hey, and they asked my boss today, they were like, hey, are you making sure this is going to be filmed, like this punishment? And I was like, dude, guys, don't say that. Like,
I wonder if they're just really getting in your head.
I don't know.
It's probably both. They're getting in your head and it's going to be crap.
Yeah, because I'm like, my one thought is the one chip challenge. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Where it's
just
crazy.
really spicy.
Yeah. But I'm like, I don't think it's that, but I don't know, because he does. It's got to be bad enough to where it's bad, but it's got to be not bad enough to where I can keep going.
Yeah. Either way, you just got to play it off and be like, oh, this is the worst thing ever for the kids.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, you got to just go crazy.
I was hoping he would
bring like a pitcher of water and like dump it on your face.
Oh, man. I was hoping he'd make me do the blazing wing challenge.
You're just like, I'm just hungry. I want a meal.
Give me 3 blazing wings and let me eat it. I would do it.
Let's go. Okay, so you had the trade-up challenge. Lyco weekend's coming up, and then you got a new suit?
I got a new suit for Reverend Banks' wedding.
Oh, not swimsuit.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. And actually, it was a full suit for $150.
Okay, fun fact, back when I was a groomsman in 2 of my friends' weddings, there was this company that legitimately sold like full suits for like $100.
Dude.
And they were like really nice. You just had to get them hemmed yourself. And then I looked at doing that for like another wedding coming up soon. And I think the company went under because I think they were doing some unethical things. And maybe the suits weren't made of what they said they were made of, but they still look nice. And I still wear them to this day.
Well, yeah. Man, and I needed a new suit ever since I split my pants in the last one.
Yeah.
That was lame. I would have had 2 nice suits now.
Yeah.
But
that's cool, though.
Alas, here we are.
Okay, so just really quick, black or blue?
Blue.
Okay, nice. That's a classy suit. Goes good with like brown shoes.
Oh, you mean what color suit? It's a brown suit.
I'm confused.
I don't know. I just picked a color because you told me
I said
to pick
black
a color.
or blue.
I know. So I just picked a color. And I was like, I like blue.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you got a brown suit.
Yeah, it's like a dark brown suit.
Nice. That's cool.
And he's going to wear, I don't know what he's wearing, but at my wedding, I kind of want like an olive green suit at my wedding. That'd be kind of
I've seen
fresh.
those before.
Yeah.
Look kind of classy.
It looked good on a redhead too.
Mm-hmm.
So
green, red Christmas.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Well, you know what? I think that's a good idea. You don't think it's a good idea, and I think that grinds my gears.
I think my back
and
hurts.
I meant to click this button right here.
Oh! Feel that, Jack? That's my knee.
Oh wow. So what grinds my gears is people who back into spaces for just no reason.
I do that.
For no reason?
It depends. It's not for no reason. It's like this is going to be easier to leave if I back into the space.
So this happened the other day. I was driving to work and I was going up this ramp to where I usually park, and this person just stopped. There are dozens of spaces. And they stop in the middle just so they can back up really slowly into a spot. I'm like, this.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need to do this. It's not hard to leave.
Man.
And there's not a big rush to leave. You have plenty of space to leave. Why are you backing in?
Man.
Like, other than just being annoying. I don't get it.
You want to know my hot take on parking?
Let me know your hot take.
Lindsey Reed and I agree on this, actually, where like people will drive on and on and on and try to find like the closest parking space like to the building.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just go park over there where there's a million spots.
And go there immediately, first thing.
Yeah, go there immediately, and then you'll probably spend either the same time or like less time doing it. And also, nobody's going to door ding your car. Also, you can just get in your car and like have enough room to like put your groceries or whatever's in there. And it's like, drive away when you want. Nobody's honking. Nobody's waiting on you. You can just pull forward.
That's kind of my main. I have a similar thought process. Like I might go like one time from like the closest to the store to farthest away, just seeing if there's any open ones, and then park. But even like at work, I always park like on the second floor, partially because I get there after most people, but also like I just know I can get a spot, and honestly, it's not much farther.
I like walking too.
Yeah, it's good. Stretch out the legs a little bit.
The only time I won't do it is if it's raining. I hate rain.
Yeah, or when you have knee pain.
Dude, I have knee pain.
Just get into
because
it.
Jack won't fix me.
I mean, he's in Florida.
I know.
He's supposed to be a telehealth person for you.
I've been texting him about my knee pain from running.
And he's just like, here's another joke with Jack.
Yeah. He kept being like, hey, do this exercise, do that exercise. And then I'm like, no pain, no pain, no pain. And so it's like, it's basically, and hopefully Jack will hear this, or somebody else who knows.
He listens. He will hear this.
So when I'm running, when I'm warming up and everything, there's no pain. That's why I keep running on it.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, I feel good. And when I'm walking, when I'm working out, whenever I'm playing other sports, no pain at all. But then when I run, like the first 3-4 miles, like well, 2 or 3 miles, like no pain. And then on miles like 4 and 5, say I'm running 6 miles. Miles 4 and 5 start to get like this achy kind of like feel your patella tendon and slightly to the left of it on your left leg. Slightly to the left of it. That's where it hurts. And it'll like kind of ache and hurt, and it kind of feels like it moves a little bit too, which is kind of weird. And so it's just, I don't know, it's kind of painful.
I mean, it's probably just because you're running all the time and it kind of caught up to you. I know the same thing happened to Rebecca. She's been in pain for running for like months now. So she's been trying to hit like the pool more, just hit like the weight room more, do other exercises to build up the muscle. So hopefully you don't have that running pain.
The average runner gets hurt at least once a year.
Yeah.
It's such a like hard on your body sport.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm working on it. I've been looking up, kind of researching it a little bit, which who knows what that means. But
researching it?
Yeah.
You just click around like, why do I hurt?
Yeah, basically. I know. They've been saying like it's because you're tight other places, either your hip or your ankle.
The cheeks.
And that's what they said is that
actually.
Well, it said I've like
You're clenching at all times.
Well, like my butt, but like the hip area like is weak, and then that would cause like the weakness and stiffness of it, and the not stretching it would then cause knee pain. They said knee pain is not itself an actual thing. It's a result of you
having a weak butt.
Having weak butt, weak quads, weak calves, ankles, something like that. That then translates into knee pain.
That's a good insult.
And
I just call someone a weak butt.
Dude, one of our elders told me I had a weak butt.
Oh, wow.
He's
like, Dane, how you doing? Gives you a nice pat back there. He's like, oh, not as strong as I expected.
No, he's a sports medicine doctor from Missouri State.
Yeah.
And so when I'm hurt, I asked him,
Wait, did you add a K to that word?
Asked him.
Yeah.
Asked him. That kind of goes in theme.
Yeah, it goes together pretty well.
So Jack not fixing it grinds my gears. Also, Lindsey Reed is clout chasing with her baby.
I mean, why else would you have a kid?
She keeps posting like, this is all I've ever dreamed of. I don't even remember who Daniel is.
Keep doing this. It's worth it. I haven't seen any pictures of Daniel in a long time. Is he still around?
Haven't heard from Daniel in a long time.
Wow. Come on.
Daniel is probably out there just
taking the pictures of Lindsey.
Yeah, taking those pictures.
Shepherd Thomas Reed. That is wild. That's good content. But I mean, nowadays with the algorithm, like a lot of stuff does not hit right. But I feel like baby content always works. Yeah,
that's because, first off, white women love babies. And they always will. Actually, just women in general always love babies.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know, kind of like when the waiter brings out like the fajitas at a restaurant.
Ooh, it's just like sizzling. Like, everybody looks over like, you see that?
They're like,
I want one.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, look at that baby. And they all like get in a mob and attack the baby.
And then they stare over and over and over. Oh.
Man. And then they get to be middle school age and nobody wants to talk to them except for me.
And that's why you have to have multiple babies.
Yeah, that's
like every 2 to 3 years, let's have another one. So that way you can forget about the ones in middle school and just care about the ones that are still cute.
And get tax breaks.
That is the most important part. Tax breaks are huge. Huge.
Says the accountant.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Unreal.
Something else that's unreal is this next segment, which is Sports Talk.
Welcome back.
Yes. We are back once again with another episode of Sports Talk where we talk about baseball, basketball, football, sometimes pickleball, not that much tennis, and definitely, without a doubt, not a chance, any soccer. Unless you're Kyle Hebert.
Or if you pay us.
Yeah, that too. If you pay us, we'll talk about almost anything.
Yeah, almost anything.
Not anything.
We'll talk about most things.
Yeah, most things we will talk about. We'll talk about it off the pod if you want. We'll talk about anything.
That's so true.
On the pod,
I should be
we have some filters.
I should be like a phone therapist.
Oh,
I'll just be like, person, you say that you are angry with your boss. Have you ever told them that you're tired of their BS and you don't need this anymore and walk out of there?
Beautiful soul.
You ought to.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, you should consider that.
Oh, no. I'm not tired of the BS yet.
Yeah. Beautiful souls.
Yeah, beautiful souls.
So have you heard of the enhanced games?
No, because I have a job.
Yeah, I heard about this recently, and I asked for this. I saw like a quick summary, and basically, the enhanced games are a proposed annual multi-sport event where athletes are allowed to use performance-enhancing substances without drug testing. The concept, founded by Aaron D'Souza, aims to provide an alternative to traditional sports competitions like the Olympics. The games intend to allow athletes to have full autonomy over their bodies and to provide greater financial rewards. The event has drawn both support and considerable criticism, particularly concerning athlete safety and potential for a doping arms race.
Love that.
The games are currently planned for late 2025 or early 2026.
Dope.
I mean, that's the point. You get a lot of dope. Do you think you'll consider entering?
Well, actually, I'm glad you brought this up.
Yes.
Because I had a conversation recently about if I would ever do performance-enhancing drugs.
And now you have a good reason to.
Yeah. And then that spiraled into a conversation about shark adrenaline versus human adrenaline. And apparently it's kind of the same thing.
Shark adrenaline?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is.
Well, I don't know. It's adrenaline from a shark, and you just inject it in your body.
Oh, you mean, wait, like not actually like seeing a shark and getting adrenaline. No. Like there's adrenaline
like
from
the
a
actual
shark.
Will
you grow fins?
I don't know.
If you do, I'll sign up.
This is part of what we were talking about.
Yeah.
And so it's like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So what I'm saying is no, I probably won't take it.
Yeah. I'll be curious. I feel like this is like a big like XFL type deal where it's just like no rules. Let's see what happens. But
I think it ruins the game.
It would make for some cool looking home run derbies.
Yeah.
Like back in the early 2000s all over again, get Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, etc., and hit some bombs.
Part of the reason like I like sports is I can relate to players on like a level.
And then you see Mark McGuire and you're like, you don't look real. Yeah.
Mark McGuire looks way too beefy and things like that. But then like Steph Curry though, like I relate to him because like he's 6'3", like a little bit tall, but he's like you're buffer than he is.
Yeah.
And so it's like, hey, if he can do that, then
maybe I can too.
I can make some threes.
So
there's a place for me out there.
If Bronny James can be on an NBA roster, I have hope.
There is hope. Maybe.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Unless there's not.
But yeah, that's my main sports update. Besides that, spring training is going on, and who knows what's going to happen. I know a couple of years ago, the Cardinals were like first place in spring training, and that was the beginning of the end for them.
Yeah.
And right now, I think they're kind of losing more than winning, which means maybe
always has been the end.
That means they'll be good in the regular season.
No, they won't.
Okay, cool.
They'll be pretty bad. I saw a projection the other day that they have like the 25th worst offense.
Let's freaking go.
And I'm like, how? I'm like, it's not the worst.
I think they'll surprise people, but I don't know. A lot of good things will have to happen, but we'll see once the season gets started. But
yeah, honestly, I mean, Fetty needs to go. Housley needs to go. Arenado needs to go. Like they're expensive people that just aren't. We're not going to go anywhere. So
I mean, Housley isn't expensive. They just have a lot of trade value, and they won't probably re-sign them unless they want to give them $15 to $20 million a year. So who knows?
By the time we build up a team to actually compete, we probably wouldn't need that, or there will be somebody else who emerges.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all my sports talk. What about you, Dane? What's happening in your sports life?
Luka had his revenge game the other night.
Oh!
And I was listening to a podcast, and they were like, take the overs on everything Luka. He's going to score more than 40 points.
He's going to go off.
And then he got 19 points. But if you watch the game...
went off, though.
Yeah, but you had to watch the game for context. Because everybody was like, oh, man, he kind of didn't have the revenge game we thought he was going to have.
Yeah.
But I watched the game, and he was getting double-teamed every time he had the ball.
Do you see that one clip where it was like, Luka, LeBron, Luka, LeBron, Luka, LeBron, Luka, throw it to LeBron, wide open, make a three.
Oh, yeah.
It was kind of cool.
Well, yeah, that's why LeBron's been going off, because they've been double-teaming Luka, because
it's great.
The Mavericks head coach was, like in the meeting, he was like, hey, like, this is Luka's revenge game. He's going to go off unless we double team him. So we're not getting put in a meme cycle. So we're going to double team him. I don't care if we lose the game. We just can't let Luka score 80.
It's crazy. It's also crazy. I think the Lakers have low key been really good this year. They're one of the top teams in the NBA. Before they got Luka,
they were the 5 seed, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LeBron's going to casually get a championship with Luka.
It's interesting. They Luka needs to play himself into shape for one.
Yeah.
And then for two, it's do they have enough defense and or rim protection?
Yeah.
Because they don't have a great center.
Dwight Howard. Bring it back.
Yeah. Honestly, LeBron's been playing a lot of center.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting, which kind of helps him because he's not great on the perimeter defense anymore at 40 years old.
Yeah.
But he can still get his shot. And
he's still big and it's intuitive with trying to figure out what's this guy going to do.
Really smart and still can get his points and stuff and can do stuff in spurts, but he's just, at 40 years old, nobody is what they used to be. But Luka needs to just be the driving engine. And for the first time ever, LeBron needs to be the 2.
Yeah.
So that's how they win a
championship. I'm kind of excited. I want them to get one more.
I'll be honest, it's not this year, but if they can get a center and some 3-and-D guys in the offseason, they would have a really good team.
Bronny starts taking steroids.
he
grows to 7 feet tall. Let's go.
I saw something that was really funny the other day. I think it was on national television. They said, was it? Father-son duos who have scored the most points in NBA history.
It
was LeBron and Bronny. Because Bronny has 27 points.
Yeah. It's awesome.
LeBron is the most ever.
It's like Barry Bonds and Bobby Bonds, the most ever.
Most home runs ever.
With any of those father-son duos. Same with Steph Curry and his dad. Well, his dad was pretty good.
Dell was a really solid role player.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was good.
That's
but
cool.
then also everybody nowadays wants to be a runner. We're getting into that time of year where everybody's like, hey, I think I want to start running, Dane. And I'm I had somebody ask me today on my run. My run got interrupted. Didn't even start. I was getting ready to start, and then I saw somebody I knew, started talking to them, and then they were like, hey, I'm thinking about becoming a runner. What are your running tips? I was like, do you actually want to be a runner? And they were like, yeah, I think so. And I was like, okay, well, let's walk and talk. And then I was like, first off, you got to be consistent. That's the number one thing.
Yeah.
Number one thing is get out there. Are you running 1 mile a day? Great, do it. Are you running and walking today? Great, do it. Are you running 10 miles a day? Great, do it. Just go do it. Don't skip days. That's how you start getting sucky, and then you start becoming like Lindsey Reed and way out of shape and just can't run anymore.
Sorry, Lindsey.
And so, but then, you run too much and don't take care of your body like me, that's when you start getting hurt.
Yeah.
And so that's what I said is be consistent, get on a good recovery plan. That's the second thing I would say is how do you recover your body? You need to have the ice baths maybe, or stretching afterwards, rolling out your joints and hips and all the stuff, and then take supplements so you don't break your feet and things like that. And then also eat a lot. You're going to eat a lot more than you think you're going to.
And if you stop running, don't just keep eating a lot at all times. You got to do them both together. It's kind of crazy how that works. I'm still doing one of the things you said to do while running. It's just the eating part.
Yeah.
So
consistency, recovery, and diet. Those are the top 3 things I'd say.
And that's a good transition to our main segment, which is story time with Lindsey Reed. Yes, when 3 or more gather, 3 or more voice memos come in from Lindsey Reed, she gets a main segment. So I think we just jump right into it.
Wow, Lindsey, what are you going to say here now? I hope it's interesting.
The first one is entitled Babies of America.
You can go ahead and skip that one.
Here we go.
This is Lindsey Reed with a Babies of America update. It has been 4 weeks since I've been on the Until Next Week podcast, but I am back. Update, motherhood. It's hard, but I'm making it. Babies of America. I don't have anything negative to say about this little guy. He's pretty hilarious.
Make him say something.
And he's pretty low maintenance, so we're very blessed on that front. I was in labor for 25 hours and did it with no epidural. So
I heard a noise.
Yeah, you can only imagine that. But we're doing really well. Shepard's awesome, and I'm really lucky to have Daniel Reed as his dad and my husband.
Where is he?
Well, I'm glad he's still around via the voice memo.
Lindsey, people are asking, is Daniel Reed A, real, B, what have you done with him?
I did hear Shepard, though, make his first appearance on the pod. I heard,
allegedly.
Yeah.
That could have been Daniel. Could have been a voice machine. Yeah. Lindsey Reed's faking it again.
Well, she almost made it to a full marathon on her
She almost did.
pregnancy.
Yeah,
Or giving birth, 25 hours.
Yeah, the marathon pregnancy is what they call
Yeah,
it.
need 26.2. So maybe next time, hopefully not 26 hours. That'll be horrible. But
yeah, all I know is Lindsey said that she got pooped on by Shepard the other day, and so that hasn't happened to me. And if he poops on me, I'm dropping him.
And that's a good transition to our Youth of America.
I actually do have a Youth of America update, even though I have been on maternity leave. Daniel and I, a couple weeks ago, we were walking around Shields with Shepard just to get out of the house, and there were some youths there, and there were like those really big, tall safes that you could fit an entire person in. They're just really big. And these high school kids we were walking past them, and these high school kids were like messing with the safes. As we're walking past, this one kid goes, "Damn, you could hide a dead body up in this hoe." And then he just makes eye contact with me, and I just look at him like, "What the heck, dude?" And then they just die laughing because they feel awkward.
Well, why are they always giving Lindsey the looks, like, for whatever reason?
Lindsey, I don't know if you know this, but we're a rated PG podcast.
Yeah.
And
they were talking about gardening tools.
Well, she said the D word, Samuel.
I didn't hear that one.
You want to hear it again?
Should I go back to it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Here we go.
Entire person in. They're just really big. And these high school kids we were walking past them, and these high school kids were like messing with the safes. And as we're walking past, this one kid goes, "Damn, you could hide a dead body up in this hoe."
Yep.
And then he just makes eye contact with me, and I just look at him like, "What the heck, dude?" And then they just die laughing because they feel awkward.
I think we keep it.
Well, Lindsey's just a perennial cusser, and you should hear and see the things that she does. I go, "Hey, Lindsey, good morning. How is it?" And she just starts cussing me out. And I mean, what do you do?
I mean, that's because it grinds your gears. And something else that grinds her gears is what she's about to say right now.
Okay, this is the segment that I like to call Grind My Gears. So many things have been grinding my gears since I've been on maternity leave. Since we've had him, our furnace went out one night, and we had to have the fire department here because they thought that there was electrical fire. There wasn't. And as soon as they realized there was an electrical fire, our furnace went out. Turns out the fire was in our furnace. It was just burning wires. But we live in a duplex, so we called our landlord. Our landlords it's a married couple. They're going through a divorce, and the husband is living in Omaha. So Daniel calls him and tells him what's going on, and he goes, "Well, I've been out. I'm drinking right now. I'm drinking. I just suggest that you turn your oven to 350 and keep it open and buy a space heater." It was 12 degrees outside, and we had a 2-week-old baby, and he suggested to turn our oven to 350.
Go 400.
Yeah, I mean, you can splurge a little bit if you get the landlord's permission.
That's wild.
Also, I thought of when Lindsey Reed writes in segment drop.
Is it just Shepard and be like,
No.
What is it?
He was being awkward there.
Yeah, we have one more, but what is it?
It needs to be Peyton Manning yelling, "Omaha!" We're like, and now updates from Omaha.
Yeah, there we go. And then the last one. Here we go.
My second grinds my gears is a couple days ago, our basement flooded because there was roots in the pipes or something. I don't know. And a lot of our stuff got wet, but that's okay. Everything turned out fine. Other than that, what else has happened? Shepard, what else has happened? Oh, we had to take him to the ER one time because he was breathing weird. Turns out that's normal, but, just first-time parent things. Mm-hmm. The nurse I talked to told us to go to the ER, and he ended up being fine. Guess how much that cost? $1,400 for being fine.
Oh, yeah.
He's smiling.
Wow.
He's smiling. He's okay.
I'm fine.
He's okay. He's still here. I like how he's starting to speak a lot now.
Whatever. He hasn't said any words.
That was pretty cute.
He needs to say, "Dane's manifesto."
Adolf.
Baby Adolf. Also, Steph Curry had 56 points tonight.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And that makes you realize maybe I can't do the NBA thing.
I can do it.
Yeah.
Put me in.
Besides that, Lindsey would like to call you out, and she said, at the introduction of my child on the pod, Dane got his only nephew's middle name wrong.
Like how? What do you mean, like how?
I don't know.
Lindsey was keeping this name a secret forever. I didn't know the middle name was Thomas until like all of a sudden there was a baby.
Yeah. She also called me out for how I pronounce words. She's like, why do you say treadmill and like treadmeal?
I hear it sometimes, but Lindsey has like that OCD tendency where things like that make her really mad.
Yeah.
I just don't care.
Yeah. She went into it a little further and she said, you say a lot of words weird, and I've always expressed this to Dane, and now I'm telling you. I don't think it has to do with swimming personally, but there's worse problems to have. I did mention swimming, I guess, beforehand, so that's context.
Lindsey tells me I breathe too loud and that I need to stop it.
One other thing, just so you know.
What?
She said, I also never smoked weed in a van by the river, as Dane said.
I forgot that somebody said that on the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just made up there.
Down by the river.
Yeah. But thank you for all that content, Lindsey. I'm glad that you had baby Shepherd there. Add some good content as well. And feel free to call in whenever.
Lindsey, if you're listening, what I want for my birthday is a heart rate monitor for running.
That's a good idea.
That pairs to my Garmin.
And I feel like Jack's probably going to mention your birthday later. Who knows?
I looked it up, and it's
your
like
birthday
30.
To look
No,
what it was?
The heart rate monitor.
Okay.
You meet ball?
I'm sorry.
It's like $35.
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Something else that is not bad is something that we've done for now 53 weeks.
Oh, yes. If you're driving, quit doing that. I mean, why would you drive away from what you know is true? And what you know is true is that you need to pull over and you need to sit down if you're walking, because you cannot be talking whenever it's time for Dane's Manifesto.
Wow. We're back once again.
Walking, talking, flossing.
Like the dance move flossing, correct?
Mostly.
Yes.
Yes. But what we're talking about this week is that whatever we're doing to discipline kids is not working.
What are you doing to discipline kids?
I mean, I'm not allowed to do much, which is my point. Because there are some kids that need to be disciplined.
Yes.
I talked about that kid a couple weeks ago that kept poking me in the ribs. He kept doing it, and then he threw a ball at the side of my head, and I just got to take it. And this isn't the only time I've been assaulted by kids. I used to serve with a kid that would punch me every week on Sundays. And we would play a game where I was always the bad, like, puppy dog. And
You're the bad puppy dog?
Well, him and his brother would always be the good puppies, and then the other girl leader would be the healing puppy, and I would be the evil puppy.
Well, if you're the evil puppy, it's understandable why they had to attack you.
To be fair, I would always be the person who would come over and be like, is this a puppy? I better kick it.
Okay, that's understandable. That's understandable, Dane. Like, come on. You can't be the evil puppy and then want to discipline them for being mean to the evil puppy.
No, I'm talking about other kids. Other kids would also throw their shoes at me. This has all happened like
when
recent.
you're evil puppy?
No, this is all recent weeks. No, these are different kids.
This is part of ministry.
Yeah, they threw their shoes at me. They jumped on the couch last night. The leader ate my chicken fingers last night. I was mad about that too.
He stole your chicken?
Yeah, I went over to replace the labels for like printing out name tags, and while I'm doing that, a leader walked over and started eating my chicken tenders, and I was so hungry.
So rude. Like when people steal your food, like that's like it's different if it's like one chip.
Ooh, I remember,
but not your chicken fingers.
I remember to grind my gears thing now. So there's a guy who I work with, and every time I get a burrito at work, I see him look at me, and I don't look at him. Don't make eye contact.
Yeah,
don't do it. Because I know what he wants, and he wants to come over and get just one bite of my burrito.
That's
like, this is my burrito.
He goes to bite off the other end.
Yeah, it's my burrito, and I want to eat all of my burrito. I'm hungry, dang it. And so, last thing I want to say is that there's this kid, and he thought it would be a cool idea if he would print out 100 of his own name tags to make his own name mural in his room. And I'm like, hey, it's not cool. Quit doing it. You're wasting our stuff. And so he jammed up the printer.
Okay. So, and that's why we're disciplining kids wrong.
Yeah. We're disciplining them wrong because they think things like that are funny and cool and ridiculous. And instead, we need to go back to other forms of punishment. Like, can I make them do manual labor? Because there's some things like, go take out the trash, kid. And then if you get like, okay, the trash is in a shady spot, so maybe you don't take it out.
Yeah.
But go
or maybe make them.
Actually, just like pull out the sack, tie it, and I'll take it out later. And you put a new trash bag in. Go clean some windows, do things like that. And Lindsey Reed will say, back in our day, it was called thank you for volunteering because we have a lot of extra energy, as our dad would call it. He'd be like, you guys have a lot of extra energy. Thank you for volunteering. And then he'd be like, the wood does need to be moved to a different pile, or there are weeds that need to be pulled in the garden. Dane, you do need to take the trash out.
Yeah.
And so extra energy is what I'm saying. And that is Dane's Manifesto Part 53. Stay tuned next week.
It's always good with Dane's Manifesto. And something else that is always good, great, is something we like to call Jokes with Jack.
You got to press the button.
Sorry, I didn't. I keep on forgetting because it's not that important to me.
Beat me if you want to reach me. Whatever your name may be.
Call me, beat me if you want to reach me.
Call me, beat me.
If you want to reach me.
And here's Jack.
I like how it cuts off.
Why was Dr. Pepper called a doctor? Because he was a physician.
No. First off, Dr. Pepper, disgusting.
It's not disgusting.
Dr. Pepper tastes like feet.
You drink Diet Coke.
Diet Coke's delicious.
No, it is way worse than Dr. Pepper.
No, Dr. Pepper tastes like if I were to scoop some lake water out of a random lake and say, this is good.
Do you like going to the lake in the summer?
No.
Well, something's wrong with you.
I've told you that. I hate swimming. I'll sit on a boat. That's about it.
Yeah. Well, that was from Jack. Thank you for sending us another joke with Jack. We hope one of you, only one, laughed at that.
I actually really like sitting on boats. With a crispy dew.
Yes. Crispy dude. Okay.
No.
And actually, look at that. We got a different voice memo from the Elizabeth Virgil. And I have not listened to this, so who knows what it's going to be.
Hello, Samuel and Dane. This is Elizabeth Virgil. And since I know Lindsey is out of commission for a little bit, congrats to her on the baby. Congrats, Dane, on becoming an uncle. But since I have 3 teenagers, I thought I could give a Youth of America update.
Shout out.
My 8th grader came home the other day and said they took all the mirrors out of all the bathrooms.
Smart.
One, because the girls were taking too long in there getting pictures in front of them.
Pretty smart, true.
But mainly because the boys were bringing in clippers and giving each other haircuts.
That's awesome.
So as a parent, I can't really imagine my son coming home bald because his friend had cut his hair. So it makes sense, but also pretty weird. Their bathrooms no longer can have mirrors in them. Love the podcast so much, and I definitely would be disappointed if it ever ended. But if Dane ever does make a trip to Greeley, I would love to show him around. Thanks for all you do. Love you guys.
Shout out.
That's
Elizabeth.
awesome. The kids
stealing the mirrors.
The kids shaving their heads in the bathroom is hilarious.
You're taking too much time, and then they start shaving heads.
If a kid walked in and I just saw them and now they have a different haircut, I'd be like, what in the world is happening? And I'd be like, no, get out of here. Everybody get out of here.
Actually, no, he's okay. Get the last part of his hair off. That's better for him. That's a better way to punish him.
Somebody flew a drone in while I was there one time. That's the most memorable one so far that's happened.
What? In the bathroom?
No, they flew it into the youth ministry night. I was standing there running check-in, and a drone flies by my head, and I thought it was one of our staff members on the creative team.
Was it a rando?
No, it was one of the kids, apparently.
That's
He
wild.
brought a drone and then waited outside and flew it past my head, and I was like, what's happening? Like, this is crazy.
This is the end.
This is him. They've taken over. And that's the most recent crazy one that I can remember.
Wow. Okay. Well, besides that, we also received some Spotify responses this week. I'm going to jump into real quick. Jack Holmgren, he's always here. You know it. He put everyone vote for Dane as best host of the podcast.
Whoa.
With a comment because Samuel is too afraid to make a poll about it. Without Dane, all we have is Samuel ranting for 30 minutes about the Chick-fil-A rewards program. We need that gospel preaching, irrelevant ranting, illiterate dictatorship, bald head, cancer beating, kicking butt, average runner, but a great vocalist in the incredible Dane Hadley Beesmeyer.
Stop knowing my middle name.
For Dane 2025.
The amount of information that Jack knows about me is alarming.
He's a Florida man. That's what he does.
I know. Between the podcast and just basic researches, I'm like, you got most of whatever I know about myself.
Illiterate dictatorship right into bald head, cancer beating, kicking butt.
Hey, I'll take illiterate dictator, but the rest of that's ridiculous.
And then Allie Hoopy, she also kind of called you out. She put, there was an alarming lack of Spider-Man movies in Dane's Marvel rankings. Spider-Man No Way Home is the best Marvel movie. Movie. That's what she wrote. And nobody can change my mind.
No, that's the one where the 3 Spider-Mans come out, right? Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, and Andrew Garfield.
Actually, yeah, that is No Way Home.
I saw that one in theaters.
It was nice.
It was pretty good.
That was one of the better post-Endgame movies.
Yeah, I mean, of the post-Endgame movies, that's probably the best one.
Yeah. It was good. It wasn't the best, but it was good. It was good.
It was 7.8 out of 10.
Yeah, very solid. Very solid.
Which is good.
And then Angela Birdwell, she's coming back once again, and she put, what are the odds that we were watching The Age of Ultron yesterday before I even listened to the pod?
See?
Also, I should have just given Samuel the scooter back in September when I was in Branson. I'm trying to figure out a way to get it to Dane. Might be in May, though. I don't know why she's coming up here in May.
May's a great timetable.
Maybe it's a good month to ship it.
I'm right. Ooh, I forgot my updates of the week. I'm running a half marathon in May now.
Shout out.
Yeah, May 3rd. And my goal time is somewhere between 140 and 145.
Nice.
1 hour and 45 minutes.
Nice.
Because I ran a 149 already.
We'll just keep getting faster.
I broke 150.
Keep getting faster.
Yeah. I got to keep getting faster. And I got to show these players that play.
Players play. And speaking of players playing, and you're being that player, we asked a poll question. Is Dane actually the prodigal son?
Whoa.
With 66.7% of the vote. For sure, yes. And then 33% of people said, nah, he's a good guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mark doesn't know what that is.
I mean, the people think you are the prodigal son.
You guys would like Mark.
Yeah. We need to get him on the pod.
It's funny because think of like a mild-mannered old fuddy-duddy version.
Fuddy-duddy.
That's what he called himself one time. And he was giving me, Lindsey, and Cole a lecture. And he goes, listen, guys, I know you guys just think I'm some fuddy-duddy, but you guys can't be. And we were like, a who? A what? Is that in the sky? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it a train?
It's an automobile.
And we were like, Mark, I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. And then he totally lost all credibility in that lecture. So we just started laughing at him. But no, you guys are like Mark. He would probably come on here and just say something ridiculous, be like, well, like raising these kids, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. It sure hurt my wallet. And that things he loves.
And only Dane if you'd move back up here to Nebraska.
No,
Iowa,
Jeff City.
Jeff City. I get confused. Lindsey's in Nebraska.
Lindsey's in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Mark would talk about the deer hunting. He would talk about deer hunting. He would talk about saving money, working multiple jobs.
And living better in Walmart.
No. Working multiple jobs. And then like a little bit of sports now. I think he's kind of over sports.
Yeah.
And not like totally. He likes baseball still a lot, but that's about it anymore.
Yeah.
A little bit of college football and college basketball.
Well, he's an honorable mention now for our third sponsor of the week. But we got to get to our first sponsor of the week, which is Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And do you have anything you want to say about him? I know you're running out of time here a little bit, so I'll let you do as you please.
Yeah, so here we are. I have to go back to work tonight and
shout out,
pick up some chicken fingers and bribe kids. Not kids, college kids.
Don't bribe kids at night with chicken fingers.
No, I'm bribing college kids to help us move chairs. And so it's great. I get to spend the church's money on this. And so my the talk this week is part 2 of what we were talking about last week of how to lead effectively, which no, it's just called leading others. Okay, so how to lead others. And so part 1 was all about, pause, I had to get my paper, was all about why do we lead and what is the point? And then I used Philippians 2:3-7 as the verses of the week. And then we kind of ended with some questions of like, who do you need to give a shot in at ministry? Were you qualified whenever you were given your shot? How were you blessed by their obedience? Who do you need to give a shot? Is there anyone you're counting out? And so now this week, it's kind of like where do I start? How do I start leading people well? Because I think whenever it comes to a lot of this idea of leadership, everybody's like, oh, this person's a leader. That person's a leader. I hope to be a leader one day, or I am a leader now. And so a lot of times I'll say leaders never feel like they're a leader until they're really later in the game and they kind of realize, oh, hey, actually, I am a leader. And really a leader is anybody that has any sort of influence at all.
Yeah.
And so like I'm a leader, and so I lead kind of our leaders. I lead the kids. I lead. Actually, that's about it. But
I lead so many people.
I guess I led our small group for a long time, and I could keep doing it. But
you
I
lead this podcast, according to most people.
We're co-leading the podcast.
Oh, thanks.
So
you're going to make me blush.
No.
Okay, sorry. Keep talking about Jesus.
And so this week it's kind of like, how do we do this well? Because a lot of times I think people never teach us how to lead. They just tell you to start doing it and never teach you how, like what could be some practical, actionable tips and tricks for how do we actually do this. And so the verse of the week is going to be, I had it, but I didn't write down the address for it. That's
John 3:16. For God so... Oh,
it's Proverbs 11:14. It says, where there is no guidance, a people falls. But in an abundance of counselors, there is safety. So whenever we think about that, if there's no leadership, we see people fall, and we see a lot of places start to crumble once the leadership starts to crumble. And so, how do we grow as leaders here? And so I wrote down a few things with this too, as well as my worksheet here too. So the first question you should ask yourself is, am I ready to lead someone? Do I have the capacity to lead someone? Because sometimes, and I think a lot of you guys can relate with this, you're in your jobs and you're just drowning, trying to figure out how to even do your job, let alone do your job well enough to lead others into doing the job well as well and grow the area that you're in. And so, because I know I've been in there, especially if you're new to a job, whenever you're like, hey, I want to learn the ins and outs and I want to keep going. But I will say a lot of times in life, you're never going to be prepared or feel prepared to do the thing. You have to actually go and walk through it. So I'm not saying that you should perpetually sit in this cycle of being like, man, I don't feel prepared. I don't know every single answer of every part of my job, because you can start to lead in your job whenever you start to have people that you have influence over. And so start to think about that in a lot of ways. And so that was the first question. Do you even have capacity, and am I ready to lead someone? And so the next question is are you inviting others in, or are you shutting them out? Because I know a lot of times with myself, I think, I have this secret information. I'm doing what I do really well, and I want to be recognized for that. So I don't want to invite others in. I want to be the guy. And that's a huge pride thing within me, is I want to be the guy. I want to get the recognition. I want to be the only one at this place who is able to do these things, which sometimes that happens, and that's great. That means you're killing the game. However, the true mark of a leader is being able to take your success and instill it and duplicate it in others to then either send it out or make your job or your sphere a lot easier and more streamlined. Because you think about it, in order to be successful in a lot of ways, you either have to be first, you have to steal it from somebody, or you have to streamline it. And so think about how you could streamline your part of your business or whatever it might be well. And so you should be inspired to create a pipeline of kick butt hard workers that come out of your care. And so that's kind of what I was talking about there, is as you are building and becoming competent in your job or your ministry, you should want to raise up leaders to send them out into these places. Because as believers, if you would identify yourself as a believer and a follower of Christ specifically is what I'm talking about, we're all on the same team. We're all on the same team, and we all have the same goal, to make Jesus glorified and to give him the glory, to tell others about Jesus, to make heaven crowded. And so if we're on the same team, then why would we not want to share our ideas, share our opinions, share, hey, you know what, whenever I did this 3 years ago, this was the better way of doing it whenever I found it. Or here's a website that you can find those things on. Little things can go a long way when you help make people's lives easier and taking somebody under your wing. And if you do that, it's going to be really good, because it makes your life a lot easier too. And so another thing, whenever we start talking about things of to hand off to these people, is when allowing others to take on new projects or learn new things, ask yourself, is this a mess or is it a fire? So whenever they're doing it, you got to let them fail too. They're not going to learn. And think about your biggest failures, because there's times whenever I failed and I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that again. I know better now to not do that anymore. And so ask yourself, is this a mess? Is this hey, this didn't go exactly the best, but it's okay? Or is this a fire? Is this going to be detrimental to the ministry? Is this going to be detrimental to your job? Or can you handle it later on and give some correcting conversation and just say, hey, this is how we could do it better next time. But also affirm them too. I like to start out with hey, you did these things really good. And your next time you do this, I want to see you do this and this and this, because I think that's how we can go from good to great. and then great to excellent. And so that's where we're trying to get is simple excellence. And so when you are teaching them to do stuff, you should let them see one, let them do one, and then have them teach it themselves, because you start to see it a lot. When you start to teach things, that's when you really lock it in of how to do something. And so finally, ask yourself, can I let go of control?
Can I let myself go of control?
Yes.
I reworded that incorrectly.
Can I let go of control within whatever sphere of influence I have, whether it's my job, whether it's my home, whether it's my ministry, whether it's the leader of the friend group, whatever it might be. Can you let go of control? And then I kind of worded something in my head, but I said, we all think, I would love to have somebody to hand this task or this thing off to, but actually do we actually hand off the fun tasks, the one that gets the most recognition, the one that gets the most kudos, because that's how people are inspired in your care and how they want to become leaders themselves. Whenever you start to hand off the things that that get the recognition, that get people really propelled and going. And it's not just hey, I need somebody to go change the toilet paper rolls in the bathroom. You need to go do that. Or I need somebody to go make copies of this and just make my life easier. I need you to go do that. It's when you actually give them a shot at something that is exciting, something that gets them like stirring and going, like then you start to see them light up, and then you can collaborate on it in a real way. And next thing you know, like you guys are killing the game together. And so you're going to go so much further together than you are alone. If you want to go somewhere quickly, go alone. If you want to go somewhere far, go together. So
Preach. What
I'm saying is, like, where there is no guidance, people fall, but in an abundance of counselors, there is safety. And so when we go to the abundant counselor, Christ, we can start to learn a lot of those things that he himself has handed off to us. I don't even know if or how accurate that statement is, but in a lot of ways, I think he gives us things and tasks and abilities that he wants us to then teach others and teach the next generation, teach the next person in our charge. So that is our verse of the week. Jesus.
Shout out. I love that. Love the rants. Good rants. Good rants for sure. Number 2, sponsors of the week. Jake Trust and Art, who I mentioned was at the sports card show with me. Jake's Body Shop, who was at the basketball game with me. And Reverend Banks, who was also at the basketball game with me. I saw out. Actually, I didn't see Jake Trust and Art. We were in the same building at the same time, but I didn't know until I left and was in my car. And I was like,
never knows.
It's not worth it going back in there right now, Jake Trust and Art. But you do your thing, make some art, and make a killing like you've been doing.
He's going to make it big one day, and then he's going to buy me Xbox 360.
Man, Xbox 360.
So we used to game on all the time.
It's so good. That was always fun. We would pod, and then right afterwards, I would start editing, and you'd immediately go over there and play some.
I do remember that.
Play some baseball with them.
Well, I would either do that, or I would play Call of Duty with him.
Yeah, I think I played like once or twice with you guys.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
I do miss playing Call of Duty with Jake Trust and Art. That was fun.
I miss him. I haven't seen him in a long time.
But alas, we're old men now.
One of these days.
He needs to have a kid.
Yeah.
He needs to figure it out.
Get on that. Number 3, sponsor of the week.
This is a PG podcast.
I didn't say anything else. I thought about it and I stopped.
Unreal.
Number 3 is sponsor of the week. Whoever gave Lindsey maternity leave for our main segment. I mean, she gave us so much content there, and like she gave us so much content, like no one expected it, which is why Elizabeth Virgil came to the rescue with her Youth of America segment, which was elite. But
Elizabeth was better than Lindsey's.
What?
Elizabeth was better than Lindsey's.
Yeah, I mean, it's true, but I am very grateful that Lindsey gave us all that content to work with.
Yeah, maybe we'll go to Greeley one day.
And we got to hear some Shepherd Thomas Reed on the mic.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Also, Nathaniel Nat sent me a picture of a bear. Sure did.
The Nat.
Yep.
Wait. His real name's Nathaniel?
Allegedly.
You are outed now. And we might have done a quick dive on you, and I realized you also listen to Ghostrunners, so shout out.
When he says we did a quick dive, Samuel did a quick dive on you.
It's because you follow Dane, and he let me know. And then I found out you were in the Facebook group. So shout out to you in the Ghostrunners Facebook group. Join that group if you want to see me get wild sometimes. What are you looking at?
A picture somebody sent in the staff group chat.
Oh, nice. Something else that is nice is Friday Pickleball. If you want 2 pickleball paddles for give or take like $94-ish before tax, use my code Samuel14434, and that will get you a nice little discount. And that would be awesome because those are the best pickleball paddles I own and the best ones that Dane owns, for sure.
I have to go.
Also, Dane's ministry support. If you want to support him, follow the link in our bio. And if you do give to him, make sure to send him or the Until Next Week podcast an Instagram message so they can track it properly. If you want to make clips for us, please reach out. Keep telling your friends if you enjoy the podcast. Leave us 5 stars, voice memos, follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And thank you again for listening. And Dane, go get those chicken tenders.
Discipline your kids.